Everybody, this is MJ with the Change Goods brand, back with another episode of Intro to Pilates. Today's exercise is quite simple. Some people find it to be challenging, but it's going to be called rolling like a ball. The idea of rolling like a ball is to be able to flex the spine so much that you're able to massage it and actually get some spacing in the vertebra of your spine. It's a terrific stretch to actually, if you feel stiff in your back, and tighten your hips. So, with no further ado, we're going to get started with the exercise. If you would like to know the transition, the last time we did one leg circles. So from one leg circles, circle the leg, you bring one knee into your chest, you bring the opposite knee into your chest, you lift the head, neck, and shoulders, and then you rock up to a seated position. So now, once you rock up to a seated position, you've already begun and you're on your way to the exercise. What you want to try to do is you want to balance on your tailbone. Now, a couple of contraindications for this is that some people are really tight in their hips and they're not able to grab their ankles or their shins, whichever ones you want. So if you happen to be a person who is tight in your hips and then your back is kind of tight as well, what you want to do is just grab behind the backs of your knees and balance on your tailbone here. You want to get comfortable. Now, before we get started with that, I want to let you know a couple of things that people tend to do that makes this exercise kind of difficult to perform. So one thing that I like to call it is casting with the head. So what casting with the head is instead of initiating the movement backwards from the powerhouse, a lot of people tend to lift their head back to start the movement, and then they rock back, and then they come back up. What happens with that is when you lift your head up, your spine actually flattens out and you're unable to not roll. You can't roll if your back is flat. So a good thing to do is when you grab the back of your knees is to look down at your navel. Now, even if you happen to grab your ankles, which encourages roundness of the spine here, is that you look down at the navel and then you initiate the movement by engaging the abs, and you're only going to roll back to the tip of your shoulder blades and then back onto your tailbone. Inhale, roll back, exhale, up. You inhale, roll back, exhale, up. Inhale back, exhale, up. Now you want to refrain from trying to kick up. That's another thing that people do, is when they rock back, they try to kick up. You want to stay around and let the movement happen naturally. Inhale as you roll back, and exhale and up. Good, inhale back, and then exhale up. So even if you actually want to hold behind the back of your knees, you lift the abs in and up, scoop the abs in, and you rock back, and then up. Rock back, and then up. So that's rolling like a ball. Next week, we're going to learn to transition into rolling like a ball, and we're going to perform the ab series. Thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode.